All right. I think we are live.
All right. That
Hello,
sounds good.
and welcome to a Take the Initiative Top Cut game. This is actually the last Top 24 game. And as you can see, I have Adam with me here today. I'm so humble.
Hello.
Very good to have
Glad
you.
to be here.
It's going to be a lot more fun commentating with two, so we can actually discuss what's going on. I'm just doing some final preps here, checking that everything looks good. So we have a 3-minute delay, and we will just talk quickly about the decks. So we have Bossk ECL playing against a Boba yellow. Notably, this Bossk is not the ramp version. That's the most popular one in green, but rather more of an aggressive list.
Yeah. But a little bit strangely, he still does run with the ramp card. So he's a little bit committed to the ramp, but not fully, Well, there is still 3 Palpatines and 3 Vaders, but I think it's an interesting decision that he's chosen to go, like, as you say, a little bit more aggro, but chosen Vader over Maul.
Yeah.
And
then he has ramp and late game package in his side, so
yeah,
that's also
he
interesting.
can go. I don't expect it in this matchup, but he definitely has stuff there.
More about tempo.
Yeah.
And then Weyoun's deck is pretty classic Boba yellow list.
With some splashes of one-offs here and there.
Yeah. But, so Shoot First and Bo3 are maybe the 2 cards that are not as common to play in main deck.
Yep. Would say so.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's a, as you say, standard list. Some people would probably want to have 3 suckers. I would have preferred to have the Relentless Pursuit, its name, right?
In main,
that he has in the sideboard in main, instead of like maybe Booty or Shoot First. But it's definitely like small changes, like small differences, like all the Boba lists, basically. He also chooses to run the TIE Phantom in the sideboard and not in the main board, which is like, I think it's good for this matchup at least.
All right. Then I think the players are ready. So I will let them know. Switch scenes, check that everything's working here as well. All right. So the players will do a high roll for initiative. And then we're good to go. So I've never played this matchup, and I don't think I've played an aggressive Bossk ECL deck.
I think in Malmö, I faced the aggressive Bossk in the 7th Swiss round, but he didn't draw anything in the first round both games, so it was like I didn't really get to see what it was built to do, I would say.
Yeah.
And when I was playing a lot of Boba Yellow, Bossk was not really popular yet, so I'm not sure how this matchup is supposed to go.
Looks
maybe
like,
Boba favored because he has cunning.
Weyoun was really unlucky here, going for the mulligan and then not getting a 2-drop. So
yeah, that's not good.
Maybe Vika will be able to kind of take the role as the beatdown and a little bit more aggressive deck with the turn 1 play.
Yeah, it would have been great for Weyoun if he was second now, and like if Vika was going for the pass, in the beginning, to be able to put, so he could just claim back.
Very true.
But since he goes first now, he just claims, which makes, I think he should have just passed and hoped that he claimed. Now we know he has the tie, but
I think passing against Bossk is something you should mostly do to kind of see and play out the dynamic with the bounties on turn 1. And especially when you don't have a play and you just want to try to fake it, so maybe to stop your opponent from playing something as well. But
exactly. Because Vika does not know if he passes and he plays the TIE Silencer, it's going to come like a Crafty Smuggler or something as a return response.
Yeah, but I guess with his hand, he might want to do it regardless, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it was the TIE silencer feels pretty solid in this matchup.
So Vika will be resourcing his ramp there.
Yeah.
That is interesting. And we're going to see a 7 fleet defender in space. Pretty good answer to...
TIE silencer. Yeah.
But the bounty is a nice way to get around the shield.
Yeah, of course. And now we can ping and then kill it and get the bounty. Yeah.
And even play a discounted reputable hunter. So looking pretty good for Vika here.
That's a very good start, actually.
Yeah. Looks like he's considering whether or not to trade. I think because of bounce, he probably should. And of course, we know that there are 2 cunnings on Weyoun's hand.
I think, when you play Boba here, and you should always try to not greed. Cunning is such a nasty play. And as we can see in his hand, he cannot really punish a cunning in space. So this might be the way back for Weyoun.
Yeah. Oh, looks like he will just be attacking.
Interesting.
It is also of note that this is a open decklist format, so I guess if he would have just used cunning, bounced TIE silencer, then he would, I think, be 100% sure that there was no way Vika could kill. And then if he buffed it, he would have gotten that 7 damage. So that's a line, but he might also want to play Zuckus because it's a really good 2-for-1 here.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry,
which bounty is it? Oh, Forlom, yeah, of course. Which bounty is it that is attached to the 7 fleet? Is it the...
It is Bounty Hunter's Quarry, so the one that lets you look for a 3 cost. Because
I could see the line that he doesn't care if it was the ramp, since he knows the list, and it's not that dangerous to let him ramp. But I'm quite interested in I guess he really wants to maximize Bossk ability with not, but it feels a little bit greedy.
I have to say I'm a bit surprised that Vika went for the line on playing Dengar and a second quarry on space, rather than just killing Forlom. Oh, he actually still goes for that one. Yeah, okay, it makes sense. I thought since he pinged in space earlier, he would
just continue,
but I guess it's okay just to get 1 damage out there to stall.
And Vika is in a very good position, as we said before, because of that turn 1, really. He also has the ECL left in case to regain some control.
And the punishing one is really nice now. Being able to refresh or to ready when 7 fleet is defeated. I think still I would prefer if Vika played Bounty Hunter's Quarry on Forlom and just pinged it, because then he would be able to play Toro this turn. Now he just got Dengar out, right? Since he had 2 resources left.
It wasn't maximizing resources. It wasn't, for sure.
But Dengar can provide valuable, especially now drawing another Bounty Hunter's Quarry.
We can see a little bit what could be the problem for Vika in this game. He doesn't have any late game stuff, so if he just keeps drawing a little bit bad, the Boba flip turn with Boba armor and stuff like that is just going to...
I think that's going to be a very pivotal play, because the only answer to Boba Fett's armor, I think, are some Fang fighters in Vika's list.
Yeah, true.
So he's playing 3 Fang fighters, but other than that, there's not much that can answer Boba Fett's armor.
And I think it's fine if he plays a Fang and gets rid of the armor. I feel like that is not that crappy for Weyoun anyway. So we saw Weyoun was considering a little bit, maybe putting down 1 cunning, but that would have been real bad, since there's so many low units on the board.
Yeah. Oh, and he decides not to trade with the
silencer. Yeah,
that's a bit weird. I think. Oh, okay. I would expect
well,
Vika here to kind of trade with his punishing one to.
yeah, but he's just
confirm.
gonna ping with Bossk, you know.
Yeah,
but
yeah, but now Weyoun might be able to do something about it, right?
Yeah.
But I don't think he wants to be bouncing his own unit.
Does he get to collect his own bounty then?
No, the
Like,
bounty
because
just
he
fizzles.
removed-
That
yeah,
goes away.
Yeah,
But then at least, then at least punishing one wouldn't ready, right? So he's
Yeah.
saving. He would be saving himself 3
This is-
damage that way.
he's discarding a card.
Yeah.
And then I think he's going to bounce
Yeah.
because
and
he did tap a resource.
Yeah, he wrote in the chat that he would bounce the
Okay.
silencer.
Okay, yeah. I can't see the chat.
Yeah, true. That's only for me.
But yeah. Yeah,
He
that's
does
only for you.
something here. No, but I think bouncing.
Didn't do much, in my
No,
opinion.
he didn't. Yeah.
I guess he had. I think he should have just tapped both instead. Like, it helped him play something, you know, for the
Tap
5
both
resources.
and maybe bouncing punishing one.
Yeah, or tap both and do the discard, because the discard was
Yeah,
not necessarily
discard
bad.
is good. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Because, like, he just gave him something to play. I feel like it wasn't.
So now we're reaching a really pivotal moment where Vika, I think, should have Boba Fett's armor in his head, right? So he probably would want to deploy Bossk first, so he could get 4 damage in before armor has the chance to hit the board. And now Weyoun will be able to play armor, going up to 6 power, and then just having the threat of one-shotting Bossk.
Yeah.
So that's a big problem.
And just keep hitting the base, like.
Yeah.
They are doing like a small race so far, but if that armor just sticks around, it's gonna be quite naughty with like the help of Cunning and Waylay.
Yeah. At least Vika can get a double Bounty Hunter score this turn, but he does not play any Sentinel units. So he can't really stop Boba Fett that way, but he can maybe put enough pressure on the board to be able to race.
Yeah. That is completely possible. Oh yeah. They go double here. Let's see.
Oh my god.
Oh, that is a high roll. Yeah.
That's so good for Vika.
Yeah, that's probably game over.
Damn, that's crazy. And his space now looks insane.
Yeah, I think now it's like a little bit too much.
Yeah.
To answer for the Boba.
And I guess he will have to go for a second Fang Fighter here.
Yeah, because the Punisher is right. It's unique, right?
Yeah. Damn, that was a huge swing.
Yeah, and he's been like setting up this since round 2 or something. Like just waiting and waiting, letting him have that 7th Fleet Defender. If I were like Weyoun, I would just go next. This is like even Cunning won't really help because he can't really threaten that much damage himself. Feels like.
Yeah. And he's playing a Viper Pro Droid, seeing an empty hand.
Yeah. Like,
but it's still good.
Can either choose to like clear the Viper Droid to just remaining in super control and not be able to be sniped at all, or he just can go base.
Yeah.
I think he threatens lethal now.
Yeah. Now, crucial thing is it's 12 life, so all of those space units can be
Look
enough.
at the hand though from Vika. Like, if we had played a bit differently, like Vika has not been drawing good.
No. Except for the quarries, though, they have been insane.
Yeah, except the quarries, they've been great. They've been great.
Just gonna see Cunning probably exhausting and bouncing here.
Yeah.
I'll definitely.
I would probably exhaust Punisher and tie, right? And bounce a Fang fighter.
Yeah.
Or do you want to?
I would not bounce or exhaust Punishing One because it has the ability to ready. It doesn't matter now because he's already been playing 3 bounties and the ramp bounties are not gonna come into play, but the damage one could be, right?
Could
What's
be,
that called?
But
Guild target, yeah.
Yeah. Does he have that in main or was it just inside?
Yeah, I think he plays 3 of them. And those are 0 costs.
Ooh, yeah.
So I have to say it's really cool to see this list in action.
Yeah, and this definitely is like Bossk firing on all cylinders. I feel like. Even though like he hasn't drawn, like he has been stopping on 5 resources because he knows he hasn't seen any Vaders or Pulps to go for.
Yeah, but now he could maybe ECL his Super Laser Technician into Probe Droid just to have a little bit more gas for next turn.
Yeah, and that also like makes it very rough for Weyoun to get some damage in to actually threaten him.
Yeah.
I feel like is he just going to surprise strike in for 6 damage? Like, just imagine if that Cunning was the 4 damage before in one round where he could have done. Like, he would have been on 22 now. That would have been very close.
Yeah, maybe he shouldn't have bounced.
Yeah.
Maybe he should have done +4. Because then he would be able to win in 1 action.
Yeah.
But
I guess if he didn't do that, he was going to die this round. He didn't bounce.
You're right.
Like, just imagine if he had done the +4 before, then he could have done +4 now and have the tempo because it was still many attacks potentially. Obviously, he was playing around something that made him not do it. Or he felt like he wanted board pressure, like. But yeah.
So
game 1 to Vika.
Yeah. Weyoun did not top deck anything there. I don't think he could top deck anything, right? Cunning would have given +4 being enough with Boba, but he just would have died. Yeah. So
17, you needed 8, so a surprise strike was still not gonna cut it. Yeah, there was nothing.
Oh.
There was nothing. Let's see if Weyoun can get a 2-drop this time and actually start putting some pressure.
Do you think we will see Vika?
Maybe the death mark, but otherwise nothing, right?
Yeah. So I'm gonna do some spoofing here on the side. And it looks like he is actually siding in resupply. And on...
to be able to get his Bossk out before Boba, potentially.
Yeah. And on Weyoun's side, he opted for adding Bazines and Bodhi.
Yeah.
And he actually
really
removed all of the Greedos, which makes a lot of sense, right? 1 HP.
Yeah.
And he removed Boba Fett's armor.
Well, the 3 Fang fighters, I guess, like
it's a mind game thing,
value.
Right?
Yeah, they lose their value, and he still might be like keeping them because he thinks there is Boba's armors in the deck.
Yeah.
So I don't hate it. I hate when people don't run enough Boba's armor at start, but like mind gaming them out, that is like completely fair in my opinion. That is
whether you keep them in or out, I think is both respectable because it's always a game of chicken. But I think Vika would never put the Fang fighters out because they're still useful, right?
Yeah, I think so.
And especially with him not being able to add that many cards.
Yeah, because like he knows that if he slams up Boba's armor and he doesn't have Fang fighters, he's probably just losing the game. So I don't think he can afford to sub them out, and he didn't have really good options anyway in the sideboard, I feel like.
Yeah. Okay, So looking at opening hands here,
Bazine.
what do you think?
Bazine coming in handy right away, I feel like. It looks like. Or
Yeah.
Weyoun.
I guess it's a decent turn on play because you would like to get those bounties away, but
yeah, there's so many.
It's not possible to do that now.
Yeah, the Bazine is most likely just gonna let him have the hand, right?
I think he might remove a quarry because 2 of them is good. Like just playing 2 on Bazine.
True.
But I guess
could also just take Toro
yeah.
and say you don't have any units, but like Bazine still dies in 3 turns, right?
And there are so many 3-drops in Vika's deck.
Yeah.
So the probability of him drawing another play in 3 cards is pretty high.
Yeah.
But it is definitely a difficult decision here. Oh, sorry, I put 1 for Weyoun, but it's of course Vika won the first game.
Oh yeah. Another only bounties on hand. Like,
I mean, it might
it's
not be
terrible.
The worst. Yeah.
But like, if he puts too many and like
waylay,
yeah, he waylays himself. That could be problematic. Now, of course, he doesn't have waylay, but good draw. He has 3. Change of heart. Oh shit, that is. Yep.
Yeah, so the Toro decision paid off here.
Yep. Well, it's gonna be more bounties on Bazine, I guess.
Yeah. And so Weyoun is really happy that's not a Viper Pro right now because the 3 health just stalling 1 turn is quite good. But I think that Vika probably wants to continue pinging Bazine.
Yeah, I think so. Just keep adding and like maybe force him to have like a waylay next turn or like a cunning on himself.
Yeah. I don't know if that is something you would want to force, but
no, but like right now it's kind of forced that he has to play a cunning and bounce his own unit, which is not too bad. It would be really, really awful for Vika, but it's probably the best he can do right now, right?
Yeah. And now he's faced with a difficult decision whether or not to go all in.
Yeah.
It looks like he will do it.
He's gonna play it, yeah.
No, he won't. He'll just put it on the Sand Fleet. And I think that's a good decision because you're gonna get some value being able to remove the shield. You're gonna have to deal with that space unit regardless.
Oh my.
Oh, what is this hand? Like game 1 was so crazy. Karma just and cunning top deck.
And cunning now he has to bounce himself in +4 on the otherwise he's gonna lose the game.
Yeah.
But sometimes you do not like think about that you can do some stuff to your own hand.
Yeah.
And if that is something like he forgets now, he will probably lose this game. Because Bazine is like 10 units.
Or at least he won't get the big advantage that he might get.
I think this is like could be like the winning or losing the gameplay, and it's all in Weyoun's hand. Because there is so much value in that. See.
Oh, he's reaching for the chat. It will be return Bazine to hand.
Yeah.
And then a +4 to the Sand Fleet.
Let's go. That's well played. Let's go. And now Vika's hand is so bad, but like Bossk will have some barrages to use at least later on.
The game is definitely not over, but the advantage is on Boba's side by quite a margin.
Yeah. Especially when he claims here and see that it's just going to go another bounty on.
Yeah.
That he cannot. Can he get that off next turn? No.
He can barrage.
Yeah, barrage.
But
with barrage.
I don't think he has any other cards. He could ECL in, of course.
Yeah.
Give it to your anger actually works because that deals 1 damage, right?
I think so.
Let's check. Yeah.
Yeah, that works.
So he can ping first and then give it to anger and hopefully...
Oh, Bazine!
Oh. I mean, it doesn't matter now. Like, all of the cards work.
Yeah.
What would you pick here?
I think I would remove a barrage.
Yeah, I agree. Because give it to anger is not good here because then he can't play barrage. So like,
yeah, exactly.
The best thing. But the thing is, if you remove barrage, he could draw a unit that could be valuable. So maybe just saying, okay, I'll let you have these cards.
Yeah, that could also be a play.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, that could definitely have been a play. Like, feel like since he has a surprise strike on hand, it would have been so valuable for him to just have Boba out now.
Yeah.
Knowing what like the hand is.
Again, we see the dynamic of who deploys first.
Yeah.
In previous game, it was Boba, and he got a pretty big advantage of being able to play armor before Bossk hit the board. And now Bossk will have the possibility to use Overrun Garage and get a double claim of bounty, right? But I think still Bazine is, of course...
It was a good play. Like, if he only had like 1 play, it would have been really detrimental.
Yeah.
So now Bossk will have to barrage, and I think Boba then will just follow up with a 7th Fleet Defender and like force Bossk to go base.
Yeah. I guess it could be a world where Vika would want to pass just to get like the choice of Weyoun claiming or playing Boba, and he could then do 6 damage, right?
Yeah. The 7th Fleet is also just a non-unique, right? So he could fail, right, with the 5.
Yeah. And
he does do it double because it was...
Yeah. But he will have to decide whether or not to double ramp or double quarry.
Yeah, I think he chose double quarry, right?
Yeah,
since he ramped
that is
once.
probably what he is going to do.
He must decide it before he does any of the looking at the cards, right?
Yeah. And I guess a reputable hunter is nice, so you have some answers to Boba.
Yeah. It's gonna be interesting to see how this like pans out. I feel like because Vika has not done any damage yet, so it's not gonna be enough to just have that Ruthless Raider coming up, probably. Even though looking at the hand of the Boba, it's not that sexy either.
Yeah.
But the change of heart could be huge if he managed to get him a little bit closer to death.
I guess deploying Boba, surprise striking base for 7, and then still playing a 7th Fleet is like the best line he could go for right now.
Yeah, but he just dies now, right, to Bossk?
No, because Bossk is only 6 power.
Oh yeah, and Boba 7 HP. Yeah, my bad. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think it's still good from Vika to get that damage in, so he can kill Boba in 1 action next turn.
Yep,
but
he does have the do 1 damage anger thing to start off next turn, which is good.
Yeah.
Doesn't even have to sack a unit for it, so...
Yeah. We could see Weyoun using shoot first to clear a unit instead of going for surprise strike on base. I guess that's also a fair line. Both would still leave enough resources for him to play 7 Fleet Defender.
Yeah, but I think surprise strike, since he knows himself that he has change of heart, it's like...
What?
Oh, because he doesn't get resources back, because he hasn't killed anything. Yeah.
It's at least good that he knows what he's doing, and we're the ones doing the misplays in our head here. Ooh!
Yeah.
And that Relentless Pursuit is gonna be nice, I think.
Get the shield off, yeah.
Boba's probably going to die, but he could still capture something with 7 Fleet Defender.
Yeah, he could, or he does it on like Boba and get the shield.
Yeah.
Just and tanks 2 attacks, like. But I think he should just go Surprise Strike in, right, for 6 damage. 7. 21.
Yeah, but remember Vika has the initiative here.
Mm.
So I'm guessing Boba will die, maybe
Boba
to a
just
Ruthless
die,
Raider.
Yeah, either that or the Feel Your Anger part.
Yeah.
Because he 3, 6, 7. He can play both. So
yeah, that ramp coming in handy now.
Yep.
And actually looking pretty good for Vika on the current board state. Like,
yep.
Of course, it could turn at any moment because Boba has so many.
That's not bad. Now he forces him to attack with that one.
Yeah.
Oh, he trades. Does he have to attack into a unit?
Yes, he does. He does.
Okay, yeah.
That's a good thing. Like, Give It to Your Anger basically enables you to take 2 actions in a row, which is really cool. There are no other cards that let you do that.
But and Vika's hand is so bad. No.
Weyoun's, you mean?
Oh yeah, Weyoun's, yeah. And it's so trash now.
Yeah, it's horrible. But like, I think it's a bit weird that Vika traded with Reputable Hunter there. I think Ruthless Raider would have been a much cleaner way to kill Boba, right?
Yeah, but I feel like this was like...
Because now...
still good.
If he wants to play Ruthless Raider...
Yeah.
Okay, it's enemy unit, yeah, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
He's considering whether or not to claim here, I guess, since Weyoun passed.
Yeah. Because he might feel that, oh, maybe he has like a Cantina Bouncer. If I play something, it just goes up.
Exactly, yeah. That is a good card to play around. But I guess attacking with Bossk is still safe, so that's one way of kind of stalling. But if Weyoun passes again, he's faced off with the same decision.
Yeah. But at least with 4 damage on board, like making 4 damage happen. And Boba Yellow doesn't have anything but the DL Blaster in the graveyard, in the resource pile, so it has to come from hand.
Yeah.
Oh, he just claims wants to go first. That's gonna be... He chooses Django. Okay. Not as much pressure, but...
Fair game.
Oh, so bad hand again.
Yeah, no units for Weyoun here.
I guess what he can do is like Change of Heart and Surprise Strike with that unit into the base and hope that he later draws into... what's its name? Fire Spray?
Yeah.
Because the only way to deal with Fire Spray for Weyoun, for Vika is Barrage, right? Does he have anything else?
Yeah. He could get to draw a card if he attacks Django into Bossk.
Yeah. That would not be terrible either.
Because he won't have enough resources for Surprise Strike, so he would only have possibility to use shoot first. I guess that's fair game, getting 1 extra damage on the base.
Yep. But, because that would be 5, right? On the base, or 4?
4, yeah.
Yeah. Has he resourced yet? Yeah. I was thinking maybe he hadn't resourced, and then he could have gone up to 8. But
in Vika's position here, I would not ping Boba with Ruthless Raider.
No, I would just go base with Bossk in case he would trade my Bossk.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. And Django is a little bit of a bad top deck for Vika because of the unique rule.
Yeah. 5 damage here would be 19. And next round, if he does draw a fire spray, he does have the surprise strike to end with it, but guess he goes for card. And it paid off, kind of, for Loom.
Yeah.
Better than nothing. And now, right, if he plays Ruthless Raider, he has to kill his own Django, right?
No. Or... Yes, yeah. He has to.
Yeah. So
you are right.
That became pretty bad for Vika.
It did.
But
I guess you could say like either way, if he played the second Django in his hand or Ruthless Raider, one of the Djangos would die.
Yeah.
So...
That became like really sad for Vika. Like he could not at all capitalize on his like super ahead plays.
Yeah. It's not often
Still
you see that many
well.
cards in a Boba Yellow at this point in the game.
Yeah. And so many of them being useless.
Yeah. But Zuckus is really nice just being able to put the unit on the board. Finally.
Yeah, it's 4 Loom, right?
Yeah, I mixed those up. And the line into Relentless Pursuits is pretty good because a shield protects it also against the ping.
Yeah, true.
But we're probably going to see Ruthless Raider just answering it immediately.
Probably, yeah. It's been waiting long enough.
But I guess it is a... maybe IG is also good. Putting
he has not
6
used
power
ECL
on the
yet.
board. Yeah. He didn't get to use... Oh yeah, he did. He used ECL last game, but it was very, very late.
Yeah.
Oh no! He goes for the greedy line.
Yeah, that is a bit greedy.
He might get punished now with the Relentless Pursuits.
Well, he can still ping him with Bossk, right? Because Bossk didn't die this round, so...
Yeah, he'll be able to... Yeah, actually, it's not too bad because he can ping away the shield and still ECL with Django. That's gonna get 6 power overwhelm, so that's 5 damage directly to the base, leaving unit on the board, getting to draw a card, getting to ramp, so it's still really good.
Yeah.
Even ECLing IG works, but I think Django is much better here.
It's cool to see like a deck where Django actually works, because he has pretty good stat line, but he has not been played a lot.
Yeah. But I don't know if I prefer a 4-cost 4/5 or a 3/6, like in general.
Yeah.
They're the same amount of points, but it looks like he will opt for IG. I guess it's fair game. He gets to keep a bigger unit on the board.
Yeah, a more threatening unit.
But he's not going to use ECL. That's probably a bit greedy, isn't it?
That's a lot greedy.
Yeah. Yeah, now... I guess
so many events in Freya's hand.
What's going on?
These guys have been drawing so weird this game.
Yeah.
This game has been the weirdest draws
he's
ever.
He's playing a completely normal Boba list. He's just drawing all of his events.
And same for like Vika, a pretty normal, like maybe a few more bounties than others, but there's so many bounties this game.
Yeah, but okay, so let's take a moment to look at that previous turn. Do you think ECLing would be like the correct play either way?
Yeah,
I guess you could
so.
save ECL for Fet's Fire Spray, right? With Ruthless Raider.
Maybe that is what he's thinking.
Yeah.
Like he feels like that's the only way he loses. But
yeah. But now he got Palpatine, which is another great answer for Fire Spray.
That it is, that is. I think with this hand, he's not gonna lose unless he misplays, right?
Yeah.
Especially with the hand that Weyoun has. Like Weyoun kind of has to gamble here and play bounce. He can't bounce Cunning because he knows he's gonna get ECL'd. So.
Yeah, and he can't bounce it because it's not 4 or less power.
Oh, true. Yeah, so maybe tap +4 is like
shoot first works to clear IG if he just wants to try to survive, but then he knows Bossk can just ping Zuckus, right?
Yeah.
So, no, Forlom.
Forlom, yeah. And then there is like, then it's a new unit on board. Like, of course he has a lot of HP left, but like, I think he's been betrayed by his deck a little bit this game, Weyoun.
For real.
I don't think he's necessarily been playing bad or anything. He's just not been able to do any really good moves. It's just like less bad moves, like all the time. I think that's the play, like a good play, like for him.
Yeah.
But,
so he opts for the shoot first.
Yeah.
Getting pinged back.
He's been holding on to that one so long.
Vika will just sit there, rub his hands, wait for the next thing he can clear.
Yeah. But if he can, if he passes, he's just gonna claim Weyoun because he has such a bad hand.
Yeah, definitely, but I don't think Vika will pass. He might have figured out that there's not many great plays on Weyoun's side here from the way he's playing.
Yeah.
I see there's a lot of activity in the chat. Thanks a lot for tuning in, guys. We're playing with a 3-minute delay, so it's a bit hard to kind of keep up with what's going on. But really nice to see you checking in. And let me know if you enjoy the more conversational style that we can have when there's two of us.
Or if you just want Jonah for yourself. Because then I will bow out. So I'm not sure you have read that. You can read like if they're writing. Is it Vika that decides if he wants to play Vader or not right now? Basically, right?
Yeah, I think Weyoun passed.
Yeah, it must be so strange for Vika, like being in his situation, playing a Boba yellow that plays this passive, like
it's like
trying to figure out what's he doing. Like, is he just
looks like he will claim. So Weyoun should be really happy there. Of course, he doesn't know what Vika's.
And here comes the unit. Crafty Smuggler, actually really good against Palp.
Yeah, to be honest, like the thing we're seeing here is one of the reasons I've never really enjoyed playing Boba Yellow, because in the mid to late game, you're probably running a little bit low on cards in your hand if you've been playing your curve normally, not like this. And then if you don't top deck the few expensive good cards, then you might not have that great place if you're just seeing Crafty Smugglers and a Boba unit, right?
Yeah, like in Weyoun's case here, it's like a 50-50 of big units and small units, because I don't think there is many events left in that deck.
22 cards left now.
Yeah, like Vika is so respectful actually in this game, and he's going to like look at, if he looks back at this, he's gonna say, "Oh, I could have ended this so early." But that is why it's so important to use the pass function and not just claim when you have a bad hand.
Yeah,
like you actually forces the opponent into making decisions like for themselves.
And now finally Weyoun will have something to put those hotshot.
Hot shots and surprise strikes.
Yeah.
Like. What would you say? Like, if he does Syndicate Lackey here, it's not the worst, because the Smuggler will still be alive. As long as he has a shield, he can basically just buff him with Cunnings and Surprise Strikes.
Yeah.
And maybe this could go to a game 3. That would be sick.
Yeah, but I mean, Vika has the tools. He just needs to respect the threat, right? So
yeah, but if he plays a lackey now, he's going to have to start to respect the lackey.
Yeah.
And because he doesn't have money for Pulp, right, this turn.
He will get to ready resource here. I think he might forget. He has, at least for the last 2 interactions.
Yeah. As a Boba player myself, sometimes when you see your hand, you completely forget about doing that, because you know that there is no way you're going to be able to play another card.
Yeah.
But it is important to bait for other people, like.
Yeah.
And if you do it like kind of too late, people will figure out, okay, he has nothing to play.
Yeah.
That's why he didn't ready.
Okay. So what can we see from Vader here that would help out?
You said he didn't run too many Sentinels, right?
No Sentinels, actually.
This is not
And
that game-changing,
to
right?
give you guys a little secret, I actually noticed Vika sideboarding out his resupplies again. So he just was faking out a little bit there, putting cards in and out again. Yeah. But the punishing one is something. I think I would rather go for Reputable Hunter.
But he can't take that one because it's not villainy.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, I'm always mixing it up with the Quarry where it's just 3 or less.
Yeah, but this means Crafty Smuggler is going to have his shield next turn. So he can go for Cunning Surprise Strike, which would be 8 damage, right? 4, 6, 7, 8. No,
it would be 9.
7, 9.
And he can also... Okay, he claims now. I think putting on... Yeah, Palpatine can't clear it because he can't ECL Palpatine. This turns out to be a much more interesting game than we thought. Or, that's wrong. This has been a very interesting game. It's been one of the weirdest game I've ever seen.
Yeah, and look at that. Another Crafty. Like, that one's going to be so hard to deal with.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if he can threaten... He cannot threaten lethal this turn. So, we'll see if Weyoun just goes for the nutty play. Like, Cunning, tap 2 and +4. And just hope. Like, at some point he has to, like, try something. Now when he has the chance. I feel like.
And I think there aren't many cards in Vika's list that can stop a shielded unit like that.
No, it's because he didn't have like Sentinels, right?
Give into your anger would be the best answer, probably, right?
And he has already played one, so I feel like it should be.
Yeah, because that would be a really cool thing to see in this game. Also, like give into your anger, forcing a buffed Crafty to trade. Oh,
that would be so cruel.
Yeah.
Then
I guess now going for the guild target, pinging, and then maybe Ruthless Raider or Palpatine.
Yeah.
Finishing it.
I think
a good line.
If he surprise strikes now with this Crafty and then plays another Crafty later, I think he will win, right? Because he will not be able to deal with both Crafty Smugglers this turn.
Yeah, you're right. And he has no Sentinels. Damn, this game is so crazy.
That's 9.
Yeah.
That is... yeah, that's so much. And like, hopefully he plays the Crafty and does not go for Booty here to try to do anything.
Yeah, good choice, good choice.
And like, he doesn't even need a surprise strike now.
Yeah. And if only Palpatine could be ECL'd, but since that's not a 6 or lower costed unit, then Vika's looking at his hand here thinking, damn, how did this game run away from me?
Yes. It was so free.
I mean, it was never free. Like, he had a super rough start with bounties.
Yeah, and he just gives up for it, right?
Yeah, because he knows it's over. We're going to go to game 3.
That is one of the most awkward games I've seen. Like, what?
The strangest game I've ever seen. Yeah, just
and like
the players know we're there with them.
I have to really actually like compliment the Weyoun here on this game, because it's actually quite easy to just stop playing it like in his position, because he was so roughly out.
Yeah,
but
it's all
just
about
playing around the past and the mental games. Like,
it is.
When you have such a tricky deck that Boba has, the opponent is like overthinking a lot. Like has to think about that Cantina Bowser that he didn't draw all game long. Like, or the Whaleys, and like it was like clutch that he got the cunning on his own Bazine in the early game, but like he actually had to play with so little help from his deck, I would say, in this game. So we'll see here if he can have like a luckier start, because I feel like Vika has been having the better. Well, Vika had like a very weird game as well last game. I feel like for both people it was so strange. And no 2-drop, not the end of the world.
Yet again.
Not the end of the world.
No,
especially look at the hand here with all the bounties. It's so good actually for him that he doesn't have a 2-drop.
It is. And some decks don't want to play 2-drops against Bossk.
Yeah.
Especially against the Bossk ramp version, if you're playing you're playing a more long game then.
Yeah. Do you think it's right of him to just insta-claim there?
Nah,
should he just pass still?
I agree, he should pass so that Vika gets the option. But still, I guess Weyoun is not afraid of Vika playing like a 2-drop.
Yeah. I'm just feeling like maybe it doesn't hurt if Bossk goes first next round. Like then if he plays a 3-drop, you won't get bounty on your Toro.
Yeah.
But maybe it's gonna be good because now he has Toro, and then he can play Forloom, then he can play Suckers or a Cunning. He has a very good hand now. Now this time he has a very good hand actually.
Finally,
Weyoun.
some units.
Yeah. It's not a bad hand on Vika, but he's gonna have to. It's gonna be a little bit hard, right, for him to kill the ground units.
Yeah. The question is this turn is if there are any events that Weyoun should be scared of, like whether or not to go for the Bodhi line. I think it's good just to remove a card to have a little bit of card advantage, but right now the 3/5 probably would have much more sticking power.
Yeah, I think
like it could have been ECL'd.
Yeah.
With a reputable hunter, for instance, going for a 2-for-1 there.
I think, of course, it's easy now when we see the hands, but I feel like Toro is such a good card into Bossk. Like 5 HP, it's hard to deal with, and especially when he has the bounty hunter like all lined up, basically.
Yeah. But getting rid of a barrage is also super valuable.
Yeah, it's never bad to get rid of a barrage.
Yeah, but I think I agree that Toro could be a more aggressive line and maybe saving Bodhi for the flip turn when he might have 3 extra resources to spare after the Boba attack.
Yeah. Because now there will be a lot of like bounties put on Booty, but like if he commits the second bounty onto Booty, there is gonna be a cunning on himself, right?
Definitely, yeah. Especially with Bodhi Rook having such a great when played ability.
Yeah.
That's nice to bounce.
And I feel like it looks like he kind of needs to be a little bit on that greedy line here.
Yeah, the thing from Weyoun's perspective, right, he doesn't see the Dengar coming in and dealing the 3rd damage on Bodhi. So he might opt for playing something else. And if Vika plays it correctly and pings first, he's not giving away information that he has many more bounties. But I think from the Bodhi, Weyoun at least saw the price on your head.
Yeah.
And I guess going for discard and bounce here is not too shabby. But he does not. He goes for Forlom.
Yeah.
I guess it makes sense.
Yeah. And now he's going to get triple. No?
Oh, yeah, we have a comment here from the Swoop Racers. Last game, if Vika claimed instead of scooping, I could have he could have top decked given to your anger, but I don't think it would have worked because he had 2 crafties on the board, right?
Yeah, because he had not
he had
dealt
no
with
outs,
both yet.
They cleared it
yeah.
up in the chat as well.
Yeah. Because there was no time to fix
not
that.
enough actions.
Yeah.
And Dengar finishing Bodhi here is just so good for Vika. Punishing one will be able to kind of put more pressure on the board. That's a card that's pretty difficult for Boba to remove as well, right? Because 7 Fleet Defender doesn't trade with it.
Yeah.
So there are no good answers.
In Boba's case, he just tries to, I feel like, do more damage than the Punisher, and let the Punisher be the one that needs to.
Oh my god.
Oh, the Bossk flip as well, of course. Yeah.
He'll be able to double.
Oh no!
This is like the Exodia. What's going on?
Yeah. Maybe this Bossk version is just so good. It feels like he gets so much value from all these bounties.
Punishing one readies, like Weyoun is sitting here on the other side of the table, seeing this guy just pop off.
And it's so sad because this would not have happened if he did not play Booty.
Yeah.
Because Toro had 5 HP.
Yeah.
And
also if he bounced Bodhi with Cunning.
Yeah. But that was so hard to imagine that he drew into a Dengar. I feel like that's too playing scared. I felt like just playing the Booty was a little bit too... especially when he has Forlum and Succus just... gonna ram in and maybe stand Toro again and stuff I feel like that was I think he got a little bit too scared of all the bounties from the last 2 games.
And it makes sense, right? They did so much work.
And here now it looks really rough.
This has to be game over. If Weyoun can recover from this, I don't know anymore how to interpret the board states.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because sure, Boba is gonna flip, but it's not a Boba with a barrage, and he's gonna face a barrage if he flips and just die.
The thing is,
not immediately, but
Cunning and with double exhaust and bounce, it does a little bit of work, and Boba will then be able to kill a unit, ready to resources. He could play Toro. So it's not the worst looking turn from Weyoun's side, but it's just that there are 6 units on Vika's board.
Yeah, it's so many units. And he has won from a strange place before, but Vika will have so many actions to not mess up now. I feel like.
Yeah. He opted for...
I think that's good.
Yeah. I guess he could save 1 more damage with bouncing Toro, but...
But that one can also get... if he just has a bounty hunter, it stands anyway. To be fair, then it would stand twice, but
Yeah. Oh my god. Super Racer coming in clutch again. The given to your anger actually does work, because the way the card is worded out is your opponent actually does an action, so it means you'll be able to get 2 actions in a row.
Oh yeah, that's true.
He first gives into your anger on the shielded crafty, they suicide into something, and then you kill the other crafty.
Yeah, that's true. Could have worked.
Yeah, but we will never know if that card was...
How many Feel Your Angers does he run in his deck?
What happened now? The players are chatting for some reason.
Can't really tell why. Maybe I think it looks fine, the state. I have not seen anything strange happen, but I've been thinking a lot of giving to your anger, so...
Okay, I think the last action that was played was Weyoun
Boba play.
Deploying Boba, yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
Okay,
I'm interested to know how many give into your anger he runs, because if only run one, then it was already used. So, but yeah.
There are 2 copies in the list.
All right, then there was a way, unless he sideboarded it out.
But yeah, you also have to
draw it.
Consider that we, the people watching, we have all of the time in the world to
exactly
all of the possible lines and plays, but the players are of course in a completely different state of mind.
Yeah.
So what do you think Vika is considering here? Of course,
I think he's considering base racing or just trying to get rid of Boba.
Yeah.
And in that case, he needs to barrage.
Yeah. Do you think barraging with Toro is the best line, so you can still get the 5 damage onto base?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Maybe he's also considering like starting like with super laser ignition, like ambushing him out, do 2 damage, still have 5. No, he would not have 5.
Yeah, he would
I don't know. No. But that would be 5 damage, so 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, if he attacked with everything in.
Yeah.
But I feel like that would be
worse.
Not that great. Yeah.
This game, just like the other
ones.
He
trades with Dengar. No,
he
changes his mind. Yeah. Which,
and I guess it makes sense because he knows that Vika's all out of resources. He doesn't have any clear trades on the board, so I guess Dengar running into Boba is like the most probable action we will see.
Yeah, probably, unless he just goes full ham base race.
Yeah, which is very respectable with his board state.
Yep. Just trying to end it like from
learning from last game.
Yeah, like don't be too chicken, you know. He can't do anything.
It looks like Weyoun will go for the 2/2 drops.
Yep, I think that's the right play, right? He needs to start clearing and hope that he draws better stuff.
I guess drawing more cunnings is the way to take back the game.
Yeah, probably the best way to take it back. And now, 1 cunning played. And probably just see a Viper Droid coming in, right?
Yeah, Vika has no legal actions he can do, so I don't know what he's waiting for here.
It's Weyoun that needs to play the Viper Droid.
Yeah.
Showing the amazing hand.
Yep.
Giving some hope to Weyoun.
Yeah. The 30 health base also really helps.
Yeah, that is not a awesome hand, but like you could play Toro into Boba and stand him up and do some damage. So
yeah. I think in this position, if you ECL super laser extraction, you will have 4 resources left, but you're not going to be able to get another chance to steal that mercenary gunship, right? So if
I do respect that, because then you save your Boba. Sorry, your Bossk.
Yeah, but then I think I would rather go for Reputable Hunter, because it will stay on the board as a 3/1.
Yeah.
And that might be putting a little bit more pressure.
True. He could also just start with like putting a bounty.
Yeah, he definitely has enough life. But the thing is, if Bossk dies with or if Bossk trades with a unit with a bounty, he won't be able to get the double claim.
So both opting to trade a bit here. I guess in Vika's place it was like a free trade. So not the end of the world. And he is shipping in the damage here. Like, it's starting to really hurt.
Yeah.
Because that green guy, is he a bounty hunter as well? He is,
Yes.
right? So he's gonna be able to put Toro up again.
Yeah. And he has a very interesting line here with ECLing reputable hunter into Toro. It dying because it takes 1 damage from the friendly Toro.
Yeah.
And then readying your Toro, which can kill the enemy Toro, and then readying punishing one. Like, there's so many interactions here between the cards, which is wild to see.
Yeah. And we'll see what happens here, because he wants to attack with the Punisher first, right? Before he kills the Toro. But Toro is going to kill Bossk here, right? I think.
Probably. Then we're at least not gonna see a double bounty hunter scory again.
Yeah, which is important for Weyoun. But unless he misses on that bounty, he like going to be rough to catch up now when it's so, because he's gonna hit for another 3, right? With the Punisher. So
I think Vika found a really nice line here with the discount on reputable hunter, making or enabling
this laser tech.
Yeah,
that was really good, because now he can hit 6 for base instead.
Yeah,
that's 27. He's not gonna be able to deal with that.
But he actually did a little bit of a mistake, because the reputable hunter would have been able to ready Toro, right? So if he would have attacked with Toro first, then claimed the bounty hunter scory.
No, because Toro can only ready once per turn.
Oh, it's only once. Okay, that's good. Yeah.
Done that mistake a few times.
Yeah. I still haven't played decks with Toro, I think.
But it's so good that people think that when you face him, because they play around it.
Yeah, and they respect it too much.
Yeah,
I think Toro is one of those cards that enemies or opponents tend to want to get rid of.
Yeah.
And with 3 remaining life now and 4 units, there is no way, even with the cunning, that Weyoun could survive.
No, and there is like no heal in Boba Yellow, so
so that
this was a sick bay of 3.
Holy shit.
It felt like Vika was winning 3 games, but it's 2-1.
This was a really fun series.
So hard to play out, like especially the first, the game 2 was so hard for the players. To play, I feel like.
It
was. You could see that the players were thinking a lot,
definitely. All right, so then we'll close off the stream by taking a quick look at the bracket. So in case you don't know the results of any games, see you later, and then I'll open that here. Let's see. We had Vika moving on, and he's now gonna face Lev, a nice German player, on Hondo Blue. So I think he's basically copied the list that is it George?
Probably
played at Gen Con. So that's a very interesting deck. And the winner will move on to face Cad Bane Red. It's been so fun watching these games with 2 Moons really being able to win some games that I...
twice against Kira.
Very unexpectedly.
Because some people are saying that that's where he might struggle, because he's a little bit slow, they say. Apparently not. It's 4-0.
Yeah. Just being able to leverage Tarkin Town early, get some... keeping the board clean with McClunky and some early units, I think is very crucial. So that Kira doesn't have any overwhelming barrage targets. But enough rambling, I think. You are playing tomorrow, is that right?
That is correct.
Sabine Green against a
Han 2 green.
Yep. And then
the aggro bracket.
Yeah.
And you are playing as well.
Yes, I'm playing. So in my time zone, Central European time, it's Friday morning at 7:30. Because Cody is American.
Yeah.
So
you're basically playing in 2 days then. Yeah.
Yeah, Han Blue against Boba1 Green. I think he is playing ECL, if I'm not mistaken. So that's something I think is a little bit or quite a bit harder than the 30 health version.
Yeah. For you specifically.
Yeah. For me, yeah. But we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, interesting to see that Shirot Blue is in the quarterfinals. That is interesting.
I haven't been able to see that game. I think Beton just recorded it locally, and he will be posting a post-game commentary. Cool. Fuck. I always on stream tell people, if you don't want to see any spoilers, look away now, and now I just spoiled myself, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Alright, I think we'll end the stream there.
Yeah.
So, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for joining the commentary, Adam.
No problem.
I think it was very perfect timing that you joined today, because this best of 3 took a whole hour, so otherwise I would be
a
bit lonely just talking to myself.
Very
Right.
nice.